Noreen from the Ladies of Brango, and I'm here with Chantell and the beautiful Lolita from the Fashion Addicts. No, the beautiful Chantell and the beautiful Lolita from Fashion Addicts. And you guys were amazing on stage. You were really dynamic. You were so funny. Thank you for everything that you spoke about. I just want to know, how did you guys get to the point that you're at right now?
It was a long, short journey. Very tedious. It's hard to sum up quickly, but basically, a friend of ours knew a friend. Well, no, sorry. Initially, we had this idea for a fashion company. We weren't sure what direction we wanted to go in. We decided on doing a boutique that catered to high-end as well as like affordable, trendy items. And then we started a Facebook page. Sorry, an Instagram page. We're not on Facebook anymore. It got a good following. So then after that, a few celebrities started following us, and then that's where we are now. We're just steady climbing the ladder of fashion success, trying to become a fashion house. Everything fashion, not just clothing, but styling and personal shopping, hair, makeup.
Nice. So tell us a little bit more about your goals for being like the go-to person for Saks Fifth Avenue and everyone.
Well, one of the things that we want to do, one of our personal inside goals, like we want to be like the personal bloggers for Saks. We want to be Rihanna's stylist. We want to be Michelle Obama's best friend.
I know that's right. I want to be Michelle's best friend too.
We just want to be like a one-stop shop, all thing fashion, where we can put someone that can only afford a $30 dress and make them feel as comfortable standing beside someone in a $3,000 dress, and there's no friction. One of our personal goals is to get rid of the stigmatism of, oh, she thinks she's better than, based off of how you're dressed. Because clothes doesn't make you, labels is not what makes you, it's the person. And once you tap into your own personal style, the sky is the limit.
Right. So you guys have achieved amazing success, and you guys spoke about something that really intrigued me. Don't make anyone work for you more than 2 days, whether they're paid or not. Like, how did that come about?
Don't let anyone waste more than 2 of your days.
Right.
Because you know what? Sometimes people don't know how to say, I can't do that. Or they have such big goals in their head, especially when they meet us, that we'll be promised the world and then it doesn't follow through. And then it's by instinct, even if you've paid the person to say, leaning on their phone, hey, where you at? What you doing? Why haven't you called me back? And now you're a week in, and then you've wasted 3-4 days of something that can't be helped, because once a person can't follow through, they're going to avoid you regardless.
Right.
So if a person is avoiding you, once there's friction in anything, I personally, my sister and I, we don't let anyone waste more than 2 of our days. So after the second day, we give up on whatever it is and we keep it moving. Of course, karma or whatever the scenario is going to get back to that person. But on a business note, I can't say to a client, oh, I couldn't get that shoe because Kamara wasn't answering her phone. Or I couldn't, you know what I mean? Like, there's no excuses. So we don't let anyone waste more than 2 of our days.
And I think that's really important to understand as a small business owner. It's like time is so important, and what they say is so true. Time is money, and when you waste that time, you just could never get it back, right?
Exactly.
Right. So the one last question that I wanted to ask you guys is, how did you guys penetrate a market that really wasn't tapped into yet? What would you say was your best strategy to do that? How did you guys tap into that to become fashion addicts that everyone knows, that Rihanna follows? And how did you guys do that? Who wants to answer?
I think.
We just did it at the same time.
I'm going to go for the tallest person.
I win every time.
She's always the favorite.
Okay. Honestly, what I think it is. I think it's just staying true to our brand and it's sincerity, because at the end of the day, realistically, we are fashion addicts. Like, we need a hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that, when you're sincere and true to something, it comes across. It's genuine. And so, because we're so true to what we feel and how we feel about fashion, I think it transcends and it translates and people get it. And so, like I said, once you're genuine, people they what's the word I'm looking for? They gravitate to you.
And I always use the big difference between our followings, because Rihanna follows us personally and she follows our business. But personally, we only have like 3,000 followers, but our business is well over 75,000. So because of that, it shows that the consistency of the business is what keeps us abreast. And what it's not just Rihanna following us, it's not just Miley, it's us, it's the addicts, and it's the camaraderie. You know what I'm trying to say? Camaraderie of fellow addicts. Like, they get it. They get hiding a shoe because they didn't tell their husband that they bought it. They get it. They get changing a price and saying to your husband, "Oh, I only paid $100 on a $1,000 dress." Like, we get it.
Right.
Oh, I don't know.
I know.
What? Where did that $500 charge come from, baby? And helping your husband or your, but yeah, I don't know what happened. We got to call the credit card company and complain. Like, we get it. Like I was saying earlier, they get it. Running out of gas because you just bought a $300 shoe with the last of your money. Like, we're true addicts, and to be a fashion addict is like being an alcoholic or a drug. It's a real addiction, and I love it, and I don't want to ever get help for it. I don't want rehab.
You don't want rehab. Okay, me either. I love fashion too much. Okay, so here we go. We're from a talk show called Brango. We're a web series, and Brango really means chit chat, girl talk, a little bit of gossip, but really to help unite women and to bring us closer to each other. And that's what Brango means.
Okay.
So if I was to ask you guys, why do you Brango? Why do you Brango? Why do you chit chat? Why do you talk with your fellow friends? What's the purpose of doing that?
For influence, for growth, for sharing.
For love, for help with critique,
Yes.
to get advice of others, encourage.
Our friends are major critiques. One of our friends is Ursula Stevenson. I live in Queens, and she's like, "Oh, you need to move to Brooklyn. There's no fashion addicts in Queens." So, like, we're all our biggest fans.
Yeah.
We're all, literally, and we're all our biggest critiques at the same time. So we all feed off of each other. We grow off of each other, and we have a dynamic team that I could not have done without her,
Yes.
and vice versa. And without our team and who we are, we wouldn't be where we're at right now.
We'll be able to Brango.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I love you guys. All right, well, thank you, Chantell, and thank you, Lolita. Thank you. This is Noreen from Brango.